Let's hear something good.
Oops, something went wrong with the connection. Try again.
Aretha Franklin. Play Aretha Franklin. Play Aretha Franklin.
Playing Aretha Franklin on YouTube Music.
When I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. And while I'm combing my hair now, and wondering what dress to wear now, I say a little prayer for you. Forever and ever, stay my heart and I will love you forever, ever. But while riding, I think of us still. I say a little prayer for you. At work, I just take time, and all through my coffee break time, I say a little prayer for you. Forever and ever, stay my heart and I will love you forever and ever. Together, together, let's stay to live when I do. But only be heartbreak for me. Nobody but me. Forever, ever, stay my heart and I will love you forever, ever. Together, together, let's stay to live when I do. But only be heartbreak for me. My darling, believe me, for me there is no one but you. Please love me true. I'm in love with you. Answer my prayer, baby. Say you love me true. Answer my prayer, baby. Believe me, for me there is no one but you. Please love me true. This is my prayer. Answer my prayer now, baby. This is my prayer. Answer it right now, baby. Say you love me true. This is my prayer, baby. I'm in love with you. Oops. Well, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Lord. So, you have a YouTuber by the name of Finney the Legend who is married to Bubba Sin City and the family, many tragic or something. And at one point, I don't know how recent it was, but maybe a year or so ago, Manny pepper sprayed Bubby, the wife. But anyway, this Finney dude, Finney the Legend, and Manny have been going back and forth. Manny had gotten 2 strikes on his channel. And you know, 3 strikes you out, YouTube shuts your channel down.
And it's just been an ongoing feud that erupted like a volcano yesterday or the day before, where Bubbly and her husband Finney were out in Vegas on the Strip, and I think they all live in Vegas. And yeah, Manny got in his car. He made a video looking for him. He went to several hotels, but he finally caught them on the street and gunned them down. Killed both of them, husband and wife. They had children. I believe, I don't know if both of them were grandparents together, but I know the husband, Finney, was a grandpa. And it's just awful. And I know what it's like to be on the receiving end of someone harassing you for years. And no, I'm not talking about Beasley. Not talking about Beasley. Prior to Beasley, there's a YouTuber who's out in these YouTube streets. And to be exact, it was 23 years ago, actually. This thing, you know, in 2001, 2002, I had discovered this message board called MissJones.net. Miss Jones was a radio personality in New York, and if I'm not mistaken, she was one of the first to have a message board. I used to love message boards. And just being new to it and the internet pretty much back then, as far as it being more social, I just didn't know people could be so sick and cruel. And I shared a very personal experience that I had. And what did I do that for? This thing started saying I was lying and really harassed me for well over 2 years, every day. Now you might say, well, why'd you keep going back to the message board? Well, by that point, I had developed message board chips with several people. And I really enjoyed the message board, you know, except when this thing would bring up the situation that I experienced. Said I was lying about it. I mean, I was new to this. Who knew that people would come and lie about shit at that time? We're talking about 2002. And I mean, this person said the most disgusting shit to me and about me on a daily basis for over 2 years. And we would go back and forth. There were times where if I knew where that thing was, I would have blasted them. I promise you I would have. thank God it wasn't so easy to find out who and where people were in those days on the internet. Unless you were super savvy, I suppose. But can I find that person today? Oh yeah. I can have that thing touched in 15 minutes if I wanted to. But I said all that to say I can understand how people on the internet can get under your skin. I just thank God that I never had the opportunity to do what I could have done. Now, today, if I'd go through the same thing, you know, people will say the most egregious shit to you because the internet is a buffer. Not so much more today. But the point is, the shit they say to you on the internet, they will never say to you in your face. For the most part. And for the majority of the people, they would never say that shit to your face. You know, they love the anonymity and the idea that they were hiding behind a computer screen. Well, in this case, fast forward to 2025, and even prior to this, the most recent years, we've been seeing a lot of YouTubers getting killed over social media because you fucking with people. And the whole thing is, leave people the fuck alone. If you can't stand in if you know you wouldn't be able to say the shit in somebody's face, you shouldn't say it at all. And how about we just ignore people? I mean, even back then in my situation, I think I went damn near a whole year ignoring this person. Like the second year or so. And she continued 6 months after that. And finally, she got some sense in her narcissistic head and left me alone. Although, you know, you give her a chance today, she'll say some slick, sly shit. But you got to understand, there are sick individuals out here in these YouTube streets. They pretend to be millionaires. They pretend to have it all going on. And really, they live like shit and they're broke. You know, I didn't realize back then that people, like I said, it was all new, you know. Didn't realize back then that people would get on and put on airs and pretend that their life was so fabulous and that they were millionaires and they had so much money and, you know, a fabulous marriage. They just had it all together. And then, you know, years later, you see they ain't got shit. They never had shit. It was just all lies. And that the reason why they were harassing you is because you really do have something that they want, that they come on the internet and lie about every day. It is what it is. But it's sad that this married couple who are parents lost their lives yesterday. And now their children are orphans. Just because they couldn't just leave shit alone. Just because they underestimated a fucking idiot, a murdering idiot. The wife, I understand, he shot her in her back 2 times. I mean, she was running. When he first shot her husband, she was like in shock. And I think she was saying, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he started busting in her 2 times in the back and killed that woman after pepper spraying her, I think a year ago or several months ago. Now, once somebody pepper sprays you, a man pepper sprays you from the internet, you know, just leave shit alone. Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Unfortunately, people don't know how to keep disagreements on the internet. They always want to show how real they are offline. I think people be on the internet way too much where they're not getting fresh air. They don't know how to stop and smell the roses anymore. And I used to be online a lot. But over the past few years, I've been working a lot, yes, but I've also been exploring other hobbies. I'm taking guitar lessons and teaching myself how to play the drums. I just be doing a whole lot of shit. And I think about coming online, but then I'll be like, let me find something else to do. Not that I'm trying to avoid it. And it's not that I need to find something else to do. It's just that I'd rather do something else these days. Don't know what it is. I'm just changing, that's all. But I've seen people meet up and fight. I've seen people drive 2 hours and get knocked the fuck out. But thank God in this sector, nobody has ever been deleted. And I don't believe out of this sector something like that will ever happen. I used to believe it, but nah. They might meet up and have a fist fight. They might meet up and get knocked out. But even when that person got knocked out, the person who knocked that person out got a little scared and was really concerned when the person was knocked out, because he was like, damn, I might have killed him. And I saw in the video, he was a little shaken, you know? But leave it on YouTube. It's just words, you know? And easier said than done, right? When I say it's just words. But you got to think about the consequences. And is it worth it? Is it really worth it? Now this Manny dude, double murder, he ain't never coming home. I understand while he was live driving to the strip, somebody said there was a car seat in the back of him. So you driving to murder people and you got a car seat. That means if you got a car seat, there's a kid around somewhere at home. And that wasn't enough to make you think twice. You know, we can sit here and cram to understand, why would you trade, you know, being a father to your child or children and trade your freedom for prison in Vegas at that? He gonna be sitting up right next to Suge Knight probably. Is Suge Knight in Vegas? Not Suge Knight, the other dude for Tupac. Keefy D. He's in Vegas. Now you done caused your family a whole heap of problems. And you caused a lot of grief and devastation to the family of Finney the Legend and Bubbly. Their children. Grandchildren. Both of them. Taken away from them just like that. Over stupid shit. Frankly, I think we should be scared. I think we should be scared of other YouTubers because you don't know what they got in their mind. You don't know what they're capable of doing. And I just wouldn't trust it. I'm not trying to go back and forth with nobody. Got better things to do. And I'm enjoying my life. I like my life where it's at now. I have a beautiful home. I got a fantastic job. And I'm just exploring a whole lot of things. I love my yearly cruises. I love sleeping on the ship because I feel like a baby in a crib when the boat gently rocks me to sleep. I'm just loving life. I got good people surrounding me as far as friends and a lot of family. And I wouldn't want to trade being able to go on a cruise every year, seeing different parts of the world. I wouldn't want to trade getting up, going to work every morning. I wouldn't trade payday. I wouldn't trade my time I love to go shopping and or just window shopping. I don't want to trade doing my hike up Kennesaw Mountain. I don't want to trade mowing my lawn. I love to do my yard. I wouldn't trade that over some stinking broke bitch on the internet. I'm just not gonna do it. So, the moral of the story is, be careful how you treat people online as well as offline. Because you never know what's going through their mind. Who I got here? Jonah. I ain't no bro. And a View, how are you? It was horrible, View. Awful, awful, awful. You know, we see people beefing and going back and forth day in and day out, striking people's channels and exposing people, getting all in their business, showing how they live and interviewing people they had a fight with in, you know, in their offline life and, you know, digging up dirt on them. Man, people gotta stop. Thank you, View. People gotta stop with this bullshit. You're losing your life for nothing, man. Right now I'm sitting in traffic. It's whatever. I'm gonna get to work when I get there. You know, I'm loving, look this pretty 5150 truck that just passed me. Pretty green color. This color green is like the green you see on money. You know, I'm just loving life. Loving my people. Loving my people. But if only Yeah, I'll just leave it at if only. But yeah, you know, my sister's good. Jumanji and Diva chilling, they happy. Simba's happy. We all just happy. Now, do I have some problems? Well, everybody got problems. The thing is, are you going to let your problems make you or break you? That choice is yours. So I just let my problems make me stronger. I don't let my problems break me down to nothing. Manny had problems. And yesterday, he allowed his problems to break him down to prison. Finny and Bubbly, they had problems because everybody on this planet got a problem. Even a little newborn baby. Newborn babies got problems. You know, they just came out the womb into this cold world. It's cold. They don't understand what's going on. It's been dark for 9 months. Now, all this bright light and shit hit their face. They don't know how to deal with that shit. It's a newborn baby. That's their problem at the moment when they're born. Now, their newborn baby to a new mother. Newborn baby probably hungry or maybe got an itch or something. Well, how do I communicate this to this lady that I'm hungry? Baby crying for food. This lady just wanna, I don't know, pat the baby on the back, and the baby's like, bitch, I'm hungry! I'm hungry! And she patting the baby on the back. You know, baby got a problem. Trying to find a solution. The only thing is, baby gotta wait till the stupid mother figure it out. What the baby wants. I'm just saying, everybody on this planet, I don't care if you 5 minutes old, you got a problem. And it's all about whether you're going to allow your problems to make you or break you. Yeah, I guess I'll concentrate on this road right now. Rest in peace to Finny the Legend and his gorgeous wife, Bubbly. I'm going to pray for their children and their family that they get through this tough and trying time. My goodness. Pray that they'll have the funds to put them away decently. I'm going to pray for Manny's family too, and his kid or kids. I don't know either of these people, but I'm going to pray for their family as well. And I mean, I believe it may be a 24 or 48 hours after. And Manny probably wishes that he had never shot those two people dead. I'm sure it is clear to him at this very moment as I speak that this shit wasn't worth it. I'm sure he wishes he could turn back the hands of time and stayed home with his baby. I'm sure he regrets this shit like a motherfucker. 'Cause I know I would. Peace. Catch you later, View.